الحمد لله منزل الكتاب هازم الأحزاب مسبب الأسباب رب الأرباب خالق الخلق بتراه أحمده حمدا يليق بجلاله وجماله وعظيم سلطانه وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى عليه خير صلاة يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون أما بعد al-Masih al-Dajjal, the Antichrist. I would like to spend a minute introducing this personality that the whole world is waiting and preparing a floor for him today. Al-Dajjal was named Al-Dajjal out of the word Al-Dajjal. وَدَجَلَ الشَّيْء يعني غطاه أو دهن. So the word Al-Dajjal is to cover something or to paint it, so you cover the truth behind it. And al-Masih has many reasons behind that one terminology. al-Masih ممسوح العين, one eye is covered. al-Masih الذي يمسح الأرض في 40 يوما, the one who will go above and around the earth in 40 days. So that's the reasoning for al-Masih. And as Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam warned us from him, not a single prophet that came after or before him didn't warn the people from. Rasulullah says sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, ما من نبي إلا وأنذر قومه من فتنة الدجال. Not a single prophet, going from Nuh all the way to Muhammad, except that he mentioned and warned his people from a Dajjal. Maybe some prophet didn't warn from the fitna of money, the fitna of woman, the fitna of dunya, but the Dajjal was always there. It's serious. Who is a Dajjal? Rasulullah describes him for you. So if you see him by any chance walking on the streets of Calvary, you would recognize him. The first description, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Al-Dajjal shabun qatat. Qatat. He is a short young man. Don't worry, it's not me. A young, short man, Rasulullah says, he is too short. جعد الرأس أجل الجبهة عريض من كمين. The thing about him, he has a curly hair. He has a wide forehead and a wide shoulder. His eyes are not popping out like a grape, and it's not flattened inside, it's forward. One of his eyes, the left one, is blinded out. And listen to that last one carefully. وَمَكْتُوبٌ بَيْنَ عَيْنَيْهِ كَفَرَةٌ. It's written between his eyes, كَافٌ 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 رَاء, or kafir. Now Rasulullah says, that one word that will be written right here, يَقْرَأُهَا كُلُّ مُؤْمِنٍ يَكْتُبُ أَوْ لَا يَكْتُبُ. It will be read only by believers. Don't worry. You don't have to learn Arabic. You don't have to go to school and learn all the languages spoken in the world in order to read it. As long as you are a believer, you will be able to read it and recognize it once you see it. But that's a dangerous statement, because Rasulullah says, يَقْرَأُهَا كُلُّ مُؤْمِنٍ. Mu'min. Brothers and sisters, there is at least 6 billion people are disbelievers. And among the Muslims, the 2 billion, how many of those are true believers? You're talking about more than 6 billion people will not be able to read it. And that's dangerous. That might put you in the circle of those people who don't even see the word kafara in his forehead. And by default, they would think the message that he's coming with is truthful. Now, as this is the physical description of this man, where is he coming out from? Rasulullah says, يَخْرُجُ مِنْ أَرْضِ الْمَشْرِقِ بِأَرْضٍ يُقَالُ لَهَا خُرَسَانٍ. This man, and he's a young man. He's a human being. It's not just an imaginary, some sort of science fiction creatures that Disney came out with it. He is a man, a human being like you and I. He might be a political leader. He might be a religious
that. You might be some sort of celebrity or famous person that you're following on TikTok and Snapchat. He will come out from the land called Khurasan, and Khurasan today is combined from three different countries, Afghanistan and Turkmenistan and Iran. This is the place where Khurasan is today, and he will come out from here. And this is why you might be connecting the dots of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam when he says he will be followed mostly by the Jews and the Ajam and the Turk. The Turk, and not our Turkish brothers. The Turk are different types of Turk. And some of the Arabs and women. And this is why you will see many of the Jews now migrating from Israel, from around Europe nations to that specific place. And when he comes out, al-Dajjal himself says in a hadith narrated in al-Bukhari by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إِنِّي لَأُوشِكُ أَنْ أَخْرُجْ. Imagine, 1400 years ago, al-Dajjal says, I'm about to come out. You can tell how close he is from coming out as you're repeating these words today after 1,000 years. I'm about to come out. وَمَا مِنْ قَرْيَةٍ إِلَّا وَأَهْبِطُهَا فِي 40 لَيْلَةٍ. Not a single village that I will be coming, that I will be visiting. And you will see him coming. Is he coming to Calgary? Yes, absolutely. Not a single Calgary city or village that he will leave without entering, except 4 places. Al-Masih al-Haram, wal-Masih al-Nabawi, wal-Masih al-Aqsa, wal-Masih al-Tur. He will come here to this city. And he will meet you. He will probably be coming to the Southwest Masjid, giving a speech, giving a halaqah, leading a Friday khutbah, probably. Brothers, this is not just a scholar. He's claiming himself a god. And the best place to claim your godness is at the mosque. So expect him coming to our masajid at any time. And when you see him, don't go rush and buy some sort of glasses to see the word kafara. Some sort of the meta and virtual reality glasses that shows you beyond the 3 dimensions. It's only faith that will save you away from him. He will come and he will wipe every single land. And as he comes to you, don't you ever claim that you are faithful and true, strong believer, that let him come. I know him. I'm strong enough to face him and deny his message. Absolutely not. Every single man thinks himself a believer will be defeated with his arguments. You think your God brings down the rain? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, إِنَّ الدَّجَّالِ, and this is the thing about his Dajjal. He is a unique liar, a unique fabricator, supported by miracles sent to him from God. If you're claiming that Allah brings down the rain, he does that as well. يَأْمُرُ السَّمَاءِ فَتُمْطِرُ مَاءً. If you claim that your God brings down the plants and the trees, he does that as well. وَيَأْمُرُ الْأَرْضَ أَنْ تُنْبِتْ فَتُنْبِتْ. If you claim Allah revives the dead people, he does that as well. He will order the dead people to come back again alive, and they will come back. فَيَشُقُّ الرَّجُلَ خُزْلَتَيْنِ أَوْ قَالَ نِصْفَيْنِ ثُمَّ يَأْمُرُهُ فَيَأْتِي يَتَحَلَّلُ يَضْحَكُ. He will kill a person in front of you and order him to come back to him. He will come back again laughing and smiling. You are missing your parents who died 20 years ago. He will bring your parents alive, and he will come to the man and tell him, أَرَأَيْتَ إِنْ بَعَثْتُ لَكَ أَبَاكَ وَأُمَّكَ أَوَ تَشْهَدُ أَنِّي رَبُّكَ. If I brought your parents alive, would you bear witness that I'm your God? And the man says, yes, do it if you can. And the Dajjal will bring his parents, فَيَتَمَثَّلُ شَيْطَانًا. 2 devils, 2 shaitans will come out and say and talk to you in the form of your parents and tell you, Ya Bunay, oh my son, believe in him. He is your Lord. They will tell you to believe in him. How can you resist that? Your own parents come back from a different life and telling you to believe in the Dajjal, and you want, wallahi, if those ahadith is not authenticated for us in al-Bukhari and Muslim, you wouldn't even believe it. You wouldn't buy it. But it's true. It's happening. And it will happen. He will bring all those people alive. And you would imagine the amount of followers who would be following his lies that looks like a truth, looks nothing close to fabrication. And that would be the biggest lie, the biggest fitna of al-Dajjal. Now that's just a quick summary of his personality and his miracles that he will be coming very soon and presenting it to us and to the whole world in different dimensions. Maybe it's going to be coming to us online, it's going to be coming to us on the streets and everywhere, but he will be coming on. And the question that comes up here, that why am I bringing in Dajjal right now at this moment in this place? Maybe al-Dajjal is not out yet. Maybe al-Dajjal is not among us physically and individually, but certainly al-Dajjal is among us with his vibes. Al-Dajjal is among us with the atmosphere of Dajjal. The followers of al-Dajjal are just preparing the floor with their own Dajjal. You can smell him in the air. Al-Dajjal today is not by that one person who will come from Khurasan. Al-Dajjal is presented to us through agendas, through governments. Governments that used for centuries, for years, to act like a policeman when they are the criminals. Governments that promote the sounds, the beautiful sound of freedom, where they absolutely sell nothing but prison. They sell all that sound of peace and justice. They sell the dream. And the dream comes out to be a nightmare. Those governments that invaded Iraq under the label of terrorism and protecting the world from the unseen evil that you don't see it. And they ended up killing more than 1 million innocent Iraqis and causing more than 5 million to be refugees. Those are the ones who attacked Afghanistan for 20 years under the label of terrorism and protect the world from the flow of Taliban. And they killed thousands of, hundreds of thousands of innocent souls at that place. Those are the ones who are supporting the genocide of the IDF to our brothers, whom they call them terrorists. Our own brothers and sisters in Hamas and Gaza, under the label of terrorism. They manage to practice the same techniques of al-Dajjal, fabricating every single form of truth and turning it for you. So you may buy it and you believe it. That form of fabrication that made them sell it every day, that the point they became boring. At every single spot they label it with terrorism, and at every place they put their hands under the name of freedom and justice and peace. Wherever they put their hands, in Libya, in Egypt, in Africa, wherever, it turns out to be chaos and destructive place. This is the act of no potency al-Dajjal. And therefore, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam didn't leave us blank with that. He told us. And Allah warned us in the Quran when He said, وَلَنْ تَرْضَى عَنْكَ الْيَهُودُ وَلَا النَّصَارَى حَتَّى تَتَّبِعَ مِلَّتَهُمْ. Those governments will not be satisfied and pleased with you until you follow their agendas. Until you follow their agendas. You will not get the Nobel and the Oscar and the Grammy prizes and get the star of Hollywood in Las Vegas unless you follow their agendas. And all those people they call terrorists turn to be the good people at the end of the story. Starting from Iraq to Afghanistan to Gaza to Nelson Mandela to even non-Muslims whom they claimed to be terrorists. وَلَنْ تَرْضَى عَنْكَ الْيَهُودُ وَلَا النَّصَارَى. You know, this verse tells you that they will never be satisfied with you until you apply the rules. Until you're going according to the benefit that they put on you. And with that, every single one they call terrorist and they go after, you would probably consider having a chat with. You would consider doing do some deep research about them because some sort of fabrication is being labeled here. And anyone they would be alive with, you would put a red flag on them. Otherwise, this Quran is inaccurate. وَلَنْ تَرْضَى عَنْكَ الْيَهُودُ وَلَا النَّصَارَى حَتَّى تَتَّبِعَ مِلَّتَهُمْ وَلَئِنِ اتَّبَعْتَ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْهُدَى إِنَّكَ إِذًا لَمِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. بارك الله لي ولكم. وقلت وقلت كما كان من خطأ فمني ومن الشيطان وما كان من صواب فمن الله وحده. أستغفر الله فاستغفروه وتوبوا إليه إنه ربي غفور. الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده وبعد. Brothers and sisters, if I would like to leave us today with a message that comes out from a Dajjal of today and a Dajjal of the future, it would be summarized in three types or three messages. The first one, al-mu'min kayyisun fatin. Believer is always conscious, he's aware. He reads the reality through the words of Allah and the narrations of the Prophet ﷺ. He is never fooled by the media or the fake and the fabricating news that promote nothing but falsehood to him. Al-mu'min kayyisun fatin. And that brings us to read the reality today with awareness. To wake up. Not to believe too much and go deeply in the conspiracy theories, but to understand that what's happening today is a fabrication of truth. And you have to act and implement accordingly with that ruling that Rasulullah puts for us. Second of all, at times of fitna, and at the times when the Dajjal comes and visits, this is the time where today we're living the methodology and the ideology of the Dajjal around. Rasulullah says, when you hear about him, by any chance, don't you ever come close to him. من سمع بالدجال فلينأ عنه. Stay away. Don't listen to the news. Don't watch his videos. Don't listen to his lectures. Don't even debate or argue with him. فإن الرجل لا يأتيه مسلما يظن بيقينه خيرا فيحلك. A man will come to him confident that he is a Muslim and he will lose his iman and destroy himself. These are the times that Rasulullah says, يأتي زمان على الناس خير مال المرء غنم يفر به بدينه إلى شعب الجبال ومواقع القطر. This is the time where the best thing you can do, and that's not an invitation to go on the mountain behind the three sisters, but this is the time where running away from the fitna is important. And this is the message where we have to focus on ourselves. Please, brothers and sisters, this is not the time to act like a superhero that will save the ummah. No. This is the time to save yourself and your family. With the knowledge and iman and taqwa and steadfastness and sincerity and patience and ikhlas to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in order to protect yourself from this fitna that will be surrounding you from every corner. Last but not least, to understand and track time. Do not be attached to dunya because it is too short. And the one who tracks the scenes today will understand that. Rasulullah says, and it is happening right now as we speak, Umran al-Aqsa. The first major sign of the Day of Judgment that will be coming for one now is the construction of an Aqsa. This war is leading to nothing but that. And Aqsa will be back. Wallahi, it will be back as I'm looking at you at the moment. Umran al-Aqsa. But don't get too excited. Because as al-Aqsa is coming back to Muslims, another part of the Ummah will be destroyed. Destroyed, not physically, but destroyed spiritually. And that's Mecca and Medina. Rasulullah says, Umran al-Aqsa, kharab Yathrib. Our hearts will be suddenly attached to al-Masjid al-Aqsa. Your vacations, your holidays will all be going to al-Masjid al-Aqsa. We will be focused on that place, Umran al-Aqsa. forget about those two places, Mecca and Yemen. You would only travel to Saudi Arabia at that time if you want to attend a concert for Drake, or watch a game for Ronaldo, or just spend some quality time with the family. That's the only reasons, but not to visit Mecca and Medina. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, حتى لتكون السباع على منبر هذا. The dogs and the animals will be going in a rawdah sharifa and urinating at the minbar of Rasulullah. This is how it will turn out to be. الخراب يثرب فتح القسطنطينية وفتح القسطنطينية خروج الدجال. This is the time. Well, if we would be attached to anything, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and understand that we live in the end of time. ثم بعد هذا اعلموا أن الله أمركم بأمر لا في المسلمين. وقال عز من قائل حكيما إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى زوجاته الأطهار وأصحابه الأخيار وعنا معهم بعفوك وكرمك وجودك يا أكرم الأكرمين. اللهم انصر إخواننا المجاهدين في غزة. اللهم انصر إخواننا المجاهدين في غزة. اللهم انصر إخواننا المجاهدين في غزة. اللهم كن معهم ولا تكن عليهم. اللهم كدهم ولا تكد عليهم وانصرهم نصرا مؤزرا وأعد لنا المسجد الأقصى محررا يا رب العالمين. اللهم كن مع إخواننا المستضعفين في السودان. اللهم خفف وطأتهم في السودان. اللهم اجمع شملهم ولم كلمتهم. اللهم وحد صفوفهم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وكن مع المسلمين والمؤمنين في كل مكان برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. وأقم الصلاة.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات كانت لهم جنات الفردوس نزلا خالدين فيها لا يبغون عنها حولا. قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفد كلمات ربي ولو جئنا بمثله مددا. قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.